Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Cartoons. I got the sun shining in my face. I'm in my driveway as usual. Just got back from a number of things I was doing, some errands. Stopped at the gym, which I need to get consistently back in the habit of doing, and I have not been consistent with it in the last several months. My bad. But I'm making an effort now, so met my father at the gym. Had to go to the store. Do a bit of shopping, eardrops for my youngest one. So today on Cartoons, it was you could probably say a 90s edition. There's kind of a method to the madness of all of us that bring CDs in the car to listen to and need to listen to things in the car. So there is a method to the madness here that we have. So, for example, if I go out with a Beatles CD, I need 2 or 3 Beatles CDs. So this was the 90s edition, and we started out with Pearl Jam, Yield, the 1998 release. This was sort of a back to basics, in my opinion, after the 1996 album of No Code, which I talked about on the vinyl reissue, the video I did of that. But Yield is... at the time, critics, and I don't think the sales were as much as it was with Tenon Versus and Vitalogy, but so what? Some of their best songs are on this that they still perform live. I mean, Brain of J, Faithful, Given to Fly, Wish List, Do the Evolution. A lot of great Pearl Jam classics on this one. And that lasted until I got to the gym. Leaving the gym, I put on Versus, which... I still love this album. Still sounds fresh when I first bought it at Sam Goody. This is the remastered, the deluxe edition, remastered edition, and it's got a second disc of outtakes and stuff on here. Crazy Mary, one of my favorite B-sides by Pearl Jam, is on this one, which I love. And a lot of you if you were listening to so-called alternative rock radio back in the 90s, you heard the songs. You heard Animal. You heard Daughter. You heard Glorified G. You heard Dissident. You heard Elderly Woman Behind a Counter in a Small Town. This was basically played. Songs were played from this album during the 93-94 period, left and right. So, and follow that up. Once I made my second stop my first stop after the gym, I put on Siamese Dream, Smashing Pumpkins. This is the deluxe edition box set. I grabbed this one. I don't know why I grabbed it, because it's a nice box. Still love the music of the Pumpkins. Still love the music of Billy Corgan, even though my relationship to Billy Corgan is rather complicated nowadays, but he gave us some great music during that period. The 92, 93, 94, 95 period is still one I look back on fondly as far as music. I became aware that my generation, Generation X, as they called us, somebody like me was always looking to the 60s, and that was my parents' generation, but being a Beatlemaniac, which has never stopped even during that time, I was always looking towards the 60s. And one day I looked around and I was like, hold on, our generation is happening. We have something going on here. We are creating our own history. We have our own fashion look. We have our own music now. We have something that we could be proud of and call our own. And even after Kurt Cobain killed himself, I felt that we had some sort of power here to make a greater change. But our generation got commercialized a lot faster than I think the hippies did, especially when Perry Ellis and Marc Jacobs came out with their grunge look, the grunge line. I got so much I could say about all this. I may have to do a video on it. So much to say about the anger I felt when I saw Naomi Campbell wearing a flannel shirt and a Nirvana t-shirt and ripped jeans and combat boots, because don't forget, the supermodels were a big thing of our generation as well. It was cool to like supermodels. I wasn't one of them. Still not one of them. But and then coming home, I decided to change it up with Weather Report's Mysterious Traveler. I'm not familiar with this period of Weather Report, the pre-Jocko period of Weather Report. This is with Alfonso Johnson still on bass, so I'm trying to familiarize myself with the pre-Jocko Weather Report. Wayne Shorter and Joe Zawinul are still a big part of it. But this was actually very good. I've played it a couple of times, and Nubian Sundance is still a jam, in my opinion, on here. So, and that's the cartoons for today. I have a video coming up that hopefully I could have edited by this weekend of my favorite Christmas albums, holiday albums, and I also may have a holiday collaboration coming up soon. So stick around for some of that, and enjoy music, enjoy life, enjoy the holidays, whatever you're celebrating, be it Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever you're celebrating. It's a time of peace and love, and this is the time of the year that I love best. So I'll get into that in my Christmas music video. Stay tuned for that. Peace and much love. Have a great day.